What's up YouTube, Capital G here, looking at 4 new cards from Structure Deck R Tyranno's Rage. I'm still not completely sure that that is the official name of this Structure Deck, guys, but I am definitely sure that these cards are very good, especially this new field spell, which I honestly think between this and the new boss monster, it kind of feels like it makes the deck. And what I like about this is Konami is giving a lot of synergy with the new dinosaurs to vanilla monsters, because obviously if you look at Yu-Gi-Oh's history, the most competitive form of like a dinosaur deck is basically Dino Rabbit, and that was a dinosaur deck that was a bunch of vanilla monsters, obviously, that exceed into like evolvers and stuff like that. And it looks like those cards, Sabersaurs and Caboozles, are going to be potentially viable again because they actually synergize well with these new cards. So let's start off with the field spell Lost World. I assume that that's a reference to Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World, for any of you 90s kids like myself. Let's see, it has 4 different effects. First effect is non-dinosaur monsters on the field lose 500 attack and defense. I think that's pretty good. I mean, most of your dinosaurs are between probably 17 and 1900 attack. So, you know, being able to run over monsters that are like 2300 attack is pretty good in my opinion. Second effect, once per turn, if a dinosaur monster is normal or special summoned, you can target, or excuse me, you special summon one Dirac Egg token. It's a dinosaur, it's Earth, level 1, 0 attack, 0 defense, to your opponent's side of the field in defense position. This is important because this token actually gives you a whole bunch of other effects. Plus, it actually gives you just something to potentially run over, and it counts as a normal monster. So, you know what? It'll make more sense when I read like the second and third effect. The third effect is if your opponent controls a token, they cannot target monsters on the field with card effects except tokens. This is huge, guys, because basically as soon as you summon a dinosaur, you force your opponent to get a token, and then at that point you're basically playing Magic Specters. They can't target any of your monsters on the field, and they can't even target their own cards. So they can activate like equips. Like I know some Win-Witch Eidolon decks, you know, they play like Wonder One so that they can just like draw more cards, but they can't even use that. If they wanted to use something like Scrap Dragon or Diamond Direwolf on one of their own monsters, they couldn't do that as well. So this token actually helps you and hurts them simultaneously. Effect number 4. Once per turn, if a normal monster or monsters on the field would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy the same number of dinosaur type monsters from your hand or deck instead. This is why I say that the old cards like Sabersaurs and Caboozles can actually still be very viable, because this fourth effect basically just gives you blanket protection for all your vanillas. And what's cool is it actually protects the token as well if you want. So basically it's an easy way, like let's say you summon and you give your opponent the token and you try and attack over the token, and you say, you know what, I'm not gonna let the token go off the field. I'm actually gonna destroy a monster in my deck. That basically just fills your graveyard up extremely fast so that you can summon the boss monster. And there's a new card that actually can be triggered from the deck when it's destroyed, which I'm gonna talk about right now. I'm probably gonna butcher the pronunciation of this. I believe it is Petit Radon. Okay, that's the best I'm gonna get. Petit Radon. It's an Earth dinosaur effect, level 2, 500 attack, 500 defense. If it could have been level 4, oh my god, it would have been. I don't even care about the stats. Like, just make it level 4 so I can go in the fucking Logia with it. But it is level 2. The effect says if this card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, special summon one level 4 or higher dinosaur type monster from your deck, but it cannot attack during this turn. Obviously, the first thing I thought about was basically destroy this card from the effect of Lost World and get a free dinosaur to the field. Like, I don't give a fuck that it can't attack. I'm just gonna exceed with it if it's a level 4, or it's an easy way to get those really big ass dinosaurs out of your deck, like the level 8s and stuff like that. If you choose to run those, I probably would stick to, like, you know, just like a level 4 rank 4 version of the deck with, you know, the boss monster, and obviously this card being kind of the non-level 4 monsters. But I like this. I mean, anytime that this guy is destroyed, he's basically gonna pay for himself, and since you can kind of force his destruction with your field spell, I think that this is a really good card. Probably like a 2 of, not like a 3 of, because I'd imagine you don't want to draw that many copies, even though Lost World does say you can destroy from your hand. Then we've got another good level 4. It's called Soul Devouring Oviraptor, and it's a dart dinosaur, level 4, 800 attack. Ooh, I guess what is the defense? It says X00. I don't know what the defense is, guys. X00, what exactly is? I thought it was 100. Is that 100? Is that 1000? I think it's probably going to be irrelevant, but whatever. You can only use each effect of Oviraptor once per turn. If this card is normal or special summon, you can take one dinosaur monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. graveyard. How fucking good is that, guys? Basically, it's a Stratos and an Armageddon Knight in the same card. Like, what? And it can basically search the boss monster. It can search any dino, like it searches the entire dinosaur type. It's like, this is a really, really good card. So if you need monsters in your graveyard, you can get that. If you need a Stratos effect, you can get that. The second effect says you can target one non-token dinosaur monster on the field, except this card, destroy it, then special summon one dinosaur monster from your graveyard in defense position. Obviously, they didn't want you being able to like summon this card, go +1, and then blow up the token that you just gave to your opponent, and then go plus. Like that would be retarded. If this card, that would make this card like a fucking like +3 or something dumb like that. Like that would be ridiculous. But I still think the second effect is pretty decent. I mean, if you happen to have this guy on the field, you can just blow him up and get a monster back from the graveyard. That's more useful. It gets summoned in defense position, so obviously I'm thinking you're probably gonna want to exceed with it. But I mean, really, the first effect on this guy is good enough. Like, he's an 1800 Stratos and Armageddon Knight in one card. Like, what's not to like about that? And then they have this new trap, which is, it's kind of weird. It's like a cross between like Icarus attack and like something else. It's called Survival Line. It's a normal trap. It says destroy as many normal monsters on the field as possible. And if you do, special summon level 4 or lower dinosaur type monsters from your deck to the field up to the number of cards destroyed by this effect, but destroy them during the end phase. Okay, so the important thing is, or the important thing to know is, guys, obviously when you normal summon and you give your opponent a token, you automatically have one normal monster on the field. So you can always use this, blow up your opponent's token, and then get a free monster from your deck, and this card ends up being a 1-for-1. But what's really cool is you can like normal summon Sabersaurus, you can give your opponent a token, then you can flip this over and you can summon 2 dinos straight from your deck, and I think that's actually pretty good. I think the second effect is what really makes this card good, is the fact that you get both effects in one turn, potentially. It says you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one dinosaur monster you control and one monster your opponent controls, destroy them. This is really good because you can use both effects during the same turn. So if your monster, or if any of your monsters get threatened, whatever you summon out, if your opponent tries to attack over them, if they try to torrential them, evac them, book a moon them, whatever, you can basically just get a, it's not an Icarus attack. I think it's more of a Gemini. Yeah, it's more like a Gemini Spark at that point, because you don't get to destroy 2 cards, but you do get to destroy like one of their monsters. And I think that's pretty good because it activates from the graveyard. So those are the hardest type of card effects to stop. Well, those and like hand effects are incredibly difficult to stop. But I don't know, guys, I kind of like the design of these new cards. I like the fact that they're going back to, I guess, kind of the roots of dinosaurs, where dinosaurs were most effectively played as like normal beatdown, and it looks like they're kind of doing that. And I don't know, I think this field spell is just excellent. Like being able to destroy monsters in your deck and then trigger them and summon other bigger monsters at the same time, and then making all your monsters Magispectors, like that is really good, man. So you guys let me know what you think. I actually want to test this out. I feel like this could be a very real deck, especially if Rescue Rabbit just goes to like 2. You know what I mean? I would totally be willing to play like 9 vanillas in this deck. Maybe 9 vanillas, and I'd probably play like 8 vanillas, and maybe like a couple of copies of this guy, a couple of copies of this, and then like the boss monster, and that'd probably be enough. So that's just me, like, you know, doing some Therio deck building and whatnot. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of these new cards. I think they're all very good. I am thoroughly impressed with the dinosaur structure deck so far, because I did not have high expectations. I actually think this is a little better than like the Ancient Gear structure deck to me. But anyways, maybe that's just me being a little biased. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already.